of Shadows, Blair Witch Project 2. After the huge success of the Blair Witch Project, of course they would make another one, and of course it would be bad. This movie was horrendous. This was a laughable, terrible, horrible, disastrous sequel. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the Blair Witch Project, but I do think it was an effective film. I liked the way that it was handled. It was pretty cool. But the Blair Witch Project had such a great idea to it. This was an amazing idea that just lost everything. The universe that was set up in the Blair Witch Project 2 is that the Blair Witch Project 1 was a fake movie and everybody knew it. And these group of people set up this tour around the location of the Blair Witch Project. People pay money to go see the tour and try to scare them and stuff. Well, these group of people are out there and they don't fall asleep but somehow forget everything that happened to them that night. And something has come back from the woods with them back into town. That sounds like a really cool idea. I mean, that sounds like a really cool idea that the Blair Witch Project is fake, but is it? I would love to see an awesome movie like that. I would love to see a really good movie of that idea. But what we got was some mashed up scenes, some terrible acting, and just a bad sequel. This movie, oh my gosh, it was bad. It was really bad. And I think the thing that made it so bad was the acting. I mean, the scenes in the beginning where they were discussing the people in the town and like, this is the Blair Witch and interviews, they had some really cheesy, corny lines. Some lines I'm like, is this funny or die or what's going on here? It was so laughable. And then you went into the story and I was like, this story is really cool, but everybody involved was just like they never went to acting class or anything. I mean, I'm no actor, but what are you doing? And then the scenes throughout, they cut from like them in the woods to these visions and then to the woods and to these visions and then what if this was real, kind of different things, and it had no structure to it. It was just all back and forth. And then they wanted to make it bloodier and gorier, but that was all fake. And they had all this rock music going along with it because that was 2000s, early 2000s horror films. You gotta have blood and rock music. I mean, every single 2000s horror film had blood and rock music to it. I mean, let's be honest. And so they tried to cash in on that, but I don't think it amounted to anything. It served no purpose. So the Blair Witch Project 2, Book of Shadows, but there was no Book of Shadows. They talked about it in the beginning, but where was it? I want to see it. Had a really cool idea. Honestly, it was a really cool idea. I thought that would have been a highly effective film if they made it work really well. If the acting was good, if the structure was down to a T and worked really well with it. But instead we got this mushed up film, really bad acting. And just a lot of gore scenes that didn't amount to anything or served no purpose. Good idea, gone bad. I hated it. It was bad. It gets an F. I'm curious how Blair Witch is going to be though. I'm looking forward to that film. I hope it's the better one of these three because this is, it's not, these two are not the best films ever. So let's just watch movies. If you guys have seen Blair Witch Project 2, Book of Shadows, what did you think about it? If you liked it, cool. If you didn't like it, cool. Remember to give this video a like and subscribe to me here on YouTube. You can also find my Facebook page at the same name. The link will be down below for that. I promise that Facebook page is probably more entertaining than the Blair Witch Project 2. Even though I haven't posted like in a few weeks. So let's just watch movies and you stay classy, YouTube.